Hello, my name is Astrid Bauers. I'm a senior lecturer here at the Computer Science and IT School, part of Software Engineering and Health at RMIT. And my background is mostly industry-based, where I've worked in various contract and permanent roles in project management, specifically developing software.
And I'm Daryl D'Souza. I'm involved in computer science education research and teaching-wise, teaching first-year programming, which has been a particular problem, and I enjoy that and looking at ways to improve it.
I became involved because I wished to, I guess, be more effective in the teaching of that to a wide group of students.
In my case, well, programming one is, or first year programming in the computer science and cognitive disciplines is I guess what I call the learning bottleneck for the discipline. It's got traditionally high attrition, failure rates and all that.
Do what we do, but we don't always look at it objectively.
No.
Within a framework that is structured in such a way that we can do that and critique, as it were.
Yeah.
Self-critique and critique each other.
Well, the context was, I guess in my case, the course hours were being cut, and so students got 2 hours of lectures this semester, 1 hour flat, 1 hour tube, when they used to get a total of 7 hours, and that was particularly concerning to me. How am I going to use PATS to persuade me that this could work? And
part of the reason that I was involved was to be able to improve the interest level, if you like, of a somewhat dry subject. It's not dry in as much as it's huge, but it's got to be contained to a small area, peer-to-peer. We've known each other for X number of, well, since I've been here, I guess, X number of years.
Yeah.
And it was just not a matter of soliciting or anything like that. It was just, does this sound of interest to you? And yes, it does, and off we went.
Yeah, I just saw, I identified Astrid as someone who was good at teaching and who would be better placed to be in a peer relationship because she was good at teaching. And the two courses are quite different, and I thought, well, how's this going to work? But I think we made it work in the end, or maybe Pat's had this sort of influence
structure
on
that
us.
enabled it
Yeah,
to
I think
work.
that was it a bit too. Yeah. Things I found pleasing, which was, and initially I was quite daunted by this prospect, having to use PATS, and when we looked at all the documentation, I thought, my God, what have I got myself into? But surprisingly, it turned out to be quite easy to use. It was accommodating, it was easy to pick on ways to go through the semester without sort of spending huge amounts of time reading material.
Exactly, there was sufficient reference material there, but it wasn't overwhelming. And this has to do with why we came into it in the first place, probably, the self-reflection, the reflection on what do I do? Am I doing it the right way? Could it be done in a better way? And whilst there's no short, sharp answers for those sorts of questions, I think a program like this is good because it forces the reflection and forces the focus on those questions.
Allowed me to think about small steps rather than, didn't have this voluminous sort of aim. So to pick a couple of small steps and to realize that just improving those might have a huge impact on the course.
And I think it's worthwhile adding that it's something that would be probably good to do again. So, and not in repetition fashion, but from other perspectives or with other players or whatever.
Yes.
I think it's a worthwhile program, definitely, because everyone can always improve, and so it's a matter of honing into the areas where one believes improvement's needed, but also getting feedback from others is really important, because sometimes you just don't suit yourself.
The thing that I'd like to add is I think it's given us an opportunity to publish a paper. I think it has, because we've got data, we've got thoughts, reflections. Of course, it's more work, but